Kitty. This is my vlog where I talk about all the things I love about sewing. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm so sorry it's been such a long time. What happened to June? It just whizzed past. We're nearly at the end of July. Those of you with kids will know that there is not very much in the way of sort of peace and quiet in any of our houses, and there hasn't been for the past couple of months. So trying to find time to sit down and do a video has been tricky, but today they are occupied upstairs, so hopefully they will stay that way long enough for me to tell you what I've been sewing in the months of June and July. So firstly, I want to say a big thank you to anyone that's new, that's popped along and clicked the subscribe button. I'm really grateful for that. I also want to say thank you to those that have donated a coffee on my Ko-Fi page. So I'm just going to read out their names quickly. Vicky Fenlon, Susan Fan, Azalea Sewing US, Laurie Christian, Alison, Tasha R, 2 anonymous donors, Whatever Katie Sews, and Stephanie Taylor, and of course my mother-in-law who started the whole thing off. Yeah, I just want to say a big thank you for donating me a virtual cup of coffee to help me fund the channel, and if you're interested in doing that, I'll pop the details down here. So what have I been sewing? I have to be honest, I haven't sewn a massive amount. I am a practical sewer, and as much as I love making things, I also am mindful of the fact that my wardrobe is bursting at the seams and I have quite a lot of clothes. Now I probably don't need any more unless something sort of springs out at me that I desperately have to make. So I have made myself 2 items in June and the beginning of July, and I've made my son something, and then the rest of the things that I've got to show you today are all sort of crafty, Crickety kind of projects, so I'll leave that to the end if that's not what you're into. So the first thing I made was this shirt, and I showed you this fabric on my previous vlog. This fabric is a cotton that came from Franklin's. Unfortunately, Franklin's don't yet sell online. Hopefully that will change at some point in the future because they've got some gorgeous bits and pieces in. But this has got tigers all over it, and I just absolutely loved the colours in that and the greens. My son is a redhead, and green and orange just suits him to a T. And this shirt looks brilliant with a pair of sort of stone coloured shorts. So yeah, this pattern I've spoken about lots of times before. I've made it numerous times for him. It is such a simple sew. There's no collar stand, so literally simple as you can get, really. There's a tiny bit of hand stitching involved, but the collar fixes on, and then what you do is you just fold it back on itself and it creates that lovely sort of relaxed collar. What I've done on this one is I've popped some snaps on. So he is 7, and I find snaps are kind of the easiest thing really when it comes to small children, because you know he doesn't need any help to get changed. So these are prim snaps, and I picked out the blue in the fabric and popped some blue snaps on. I'm just super pleased with the way that turned out. It's such a quick and easy make, and because I normally focus mainly on sort of jersey for myself because it's a comfortable thing, I do make the kids jersey things too. When there's so many absolutely fantastic quilting cottons out there that have the most wonderful patterns on them, and I just absolutely love making shirts for him. So yeah, I will pop in a picture of him wearing that. He actually wore it on his 7th birthday. We all went out together as a family for the first time in absolute months, and yeah, he just looks so gorgeous in it. But I will crop his head out of shot if you don't mind, because you know, privacy and all. He might not want to have his face all over YouTube when he's 18. He might hate my guts for doing that, so I will pop a picture in, but minus his head. So moving on. Gosh, it's so humid here today. There was supposed to be a thunderstorm last night, and it feels like the air is just full of water, you know, and you're just so hot. It has rained a bit this morning, but I was really hoping for a proper full-on thunderstorm to clear the air, but we haven't had it yet. So what did I sew for myself? You guys that watched the last video will have seen me unwrapping my Minerva Crafts fabrics that came through, one of which I still haven't worked out why I bought it. I think I bought it to make some culottes, but actually thinking it was a cotton drill, but it's not a cotton drill, it's more of just like a sheeting cotton, so I have no idea what I'm going to do with that. I'll find a use for it though, I'm sure. But the other fabric that came through was this knit, and you guys know I am a massive fan of animal print. I love a bit of leopard print, and I like the fact that this was grey and black. It is embossed onto the fabric. It's almost like heat transfer vinyl that's been sort of adhered to the fabric, so it's not knitted in, and for that reason actually I think it's got a bit of a cheap feel to it, but I mean it was inexpensive fabric, so you get what you pay for, don't you? But actually when you're just seeing this, you know, when you're wearing it, I don't think that it looks cheap particularly, but it does feel a bit scratchy. I am going to wear this with black, probably an entirely black outfit, because I think the whole key to wearing any animal print successfully and not looking like Bet Lynch from Coronation Street is to wear it with really plain colours. So a black roll neck sweater, black skinny jeans probably, and black boots in the winter, and this will be a really nice coat again. And I had some sort of inspiration pictures from Pinterest, which I will pop in so that you can see those and get a feel for what I'm thinking that my outfit's going to look like when it's done. So this, I don't know if I've just told you this, I think I might not have, is the Wendy Ward Kinder Cardigan. So Wendy Ward's book, Beginner's Guide to Knitted Fabrics. You guys who've watched me for a while will know that I have made quite a lot of the projects in that book, and I've previously made one Kinder Cardigan. I made it out of like a mustardy coloured Ponte de Roma, and I wear that quite frequently to work. It looks nice with a navy sort of Breton stripe, that sort of mustard colour. But this one I wanted to make more of a coatigan, so I've made it really long line, almost comes down to my knee. I popped the pockets on this one. I didn't have pockets on my previous one. Just watch out for the pockets. If you do make this cardigan, the steps for the pocket insertion are after the instructions for the cardigan, but you need to put the pockets on before you sew the cardigan up. They're not patch pockets, they are actually trapped into the side seam and also into the neckband. So that was a bit confusing, and that's why my mustard cardigan didn't have any pockets, even though I tended to do that, because I'd made it up and then I was like, oh, well there's the instructions for putting the pockets on. They're afterwards, so do watch out if you decide to make it. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. I think that's going to look lovely. I will of course put pictures in or twirls in of me putting these on and showing them what they look like. But yeah, it's very simple construction. Literally whizzed the whole thing up on my overlocker, and then you have this really long neckband that goes right the way round the front of the cardigan, and some cuffs. So yeah, that was one of my makes for myself. The second thing I have made for myself this last sort of 6 weeks or so is more animal print, because you know, a girl can't have enough animal print in her life. Well, this girl can't anyway. And I went to Fabricland. Now our Fabricland has shut, unfortunately, but I happened to be out and about doing something in Southampton and thought I would just pop in and see if they had anything, you know, nothing that I needed, but I just wanted to have a look and see what they had. And I did find this zebra. So, okay, bit in your face, I don't know whether, you know, like I'm saying again though, worn with completely black everything else, but just the skirt. And I thought zebra actually, I haven't got any zebra. And this was very inexpensive fabric. I don't even remember how much I paid, it's probably about £4 a metre or something. It's plissé, so chemically pleated, and it's got sort of a bit of a shine to it. It's really soft. I've just put a simple black elastic waistband on the top, and I followed the tutorial by the Stitch Sisters in order to draft this skirt myself, so I will of course put the details in the drop down box below if you want to have a go at one. But I've got another leopard print one of these, and I tend to wear them with really fitted tops, because this kind of elasticated waistband it's not always the most flattering, but if you wear something sort of tight, close fitting on the top, then yeah, it looks fine. And I'm going to wear that again, probably more in the autumn, with a black roll neck and black boots and black tights. But yeah, obviously not with the cardigan, because that would mean I was a lunatic and no one wants to see me, some sort of weird, crazy zoo lady walking down the street. So I think apart from, I made my niece a little t-shirt, so I'll show you the fabric for that, but that's mainly all of my sort of garment sewing that I did. I picked up this fabric also whilst I was in Fabricland, and it's a cotton jersey with palm leaves on in this sort of peachy pink colour, and I've already sewn that up, so I will insert a photograph of that so you can see my little bee. I miss my nieces and nephews so much. I've been making them lots of clothes to make up for it, but yeah, I bought that with her in mind because I just thought that's such a lovely colour. And in actual fact, I think I only bought 1 metre, and I have enough left to make my middle daughter a t-shirt as well, which she's quite pleased about. So what I might do with that one is I might put white sleeves and a white neckband and a white waistband on it, just like I did for my nieces. So just enough left, so that's good. One of the other fabrics I picked up when I was in Fabricland is a lovely sort of like leafy print jersey, so I'll show you that. I realise we've now sort of merged into a fabric haul, have you noticed? I've been so good for such a long time. I've used up quite a lot of jersey in my last video to you. I told you that I find it very hard to justify buying more fabric because I have stacks of the stuff. But I used up quite a lot of my scraps, and that justified... Ooh, there's an aeroplane going over, I don't know if you can hear that. That, in my mind, meant that I could justify buying myself some more to fill up the hole that I left where I made up stuff. It's my story anyway. So this is again, another sort of, it almost is, I think it feels like a viscose jersey. It's certainly very drapey, this one. And it's got, that monstera leaves? No, they're the cheese plant shaped ones, aren't they? Anyway, fern type leaves all over it in this nice green with a, I don't know if that's black or navy, I think it's navy. And it's nice, very lightweight, like I said, probably a viscose jersey. Very soft, and I just really liked the print on that and the colours. I think the colours are lovely. So I bought 2 meters of that because I happened to have my eldest daughter with me at the time, and she was like, "Ooh, I like that too. Can we make something that we can..." She still wants to be matchy-matchy with her mum, which is lovely, but it's not going to last forever. So I'm going to get on that bandwagon whilst I got the chance. So yeah, not sure what to make with that. Was thinking, actually, kilo wrap dress, but modified. So the kilo normally wraps the 2 sort of wings or flaps or whatever you want to call them, wrap over each other. And I've seen lots of photographs online of jersey dresses that tie just at the side. And I was thinking, could I hack the kilo wrap dress so that one side was the big sort of wing part, but the other side was just a small tie so that you could just tie it to one side. I thought that might look quite nice. So that is an idea. Maybe, I don't think I'd wear it as might wear it as a t-shirt. Don't know. Let me know as always in the comments below what you think I should make with that. And moving on to some more fabrics. I have picked up some bits and pieces from Franklin's. Now, unfortunately, like I said, they don't do online fabric sales yet, which is unfortunate. And actually, given the fact what's happened over the last couple of months with everybody having to online shop, I wonder whether that might change in the future, because the manager in there is starting to get in some really gorgeous jerseys and other sort of, they mainly sort of focused on sewing machine sales and quilting cottons and wool. And just in the last 6 months or so, started getting more and more really lovely dressmaking fabric. So I picked up a fair amount of gorgeous fabric the other day when I happened to go in for something. Did I go in for something else? No, I think I just went in there to buy fabric like you do. And this has got flamingos all over it, and I just love the colours. So this is going to be probably for my middle daughter and my niece. So I think I purchased 70 centimetres in the end. It's fairly expensive fabric. It was £14.99 a metre, something like that. So it's pretty expensive fabric, but it is such lovely quality. You definitely get what you pay for. And it's a loop back. It's not really a French terry. It's not heavy weight enough to be a French terry, but it's definitely got some viscose in it. It's very soft, very drapey, and I just love those colours. And my idea was to make raglan tops, because I found this plain jersey, which is in the most amazing shade of purple, that absolutely matches that really, really well. So I'm going to do sleeves, neckband in the purple, and then body of the t-shirts in the flamingos. I did wonder whether actually to go ahead and make another pair of the dandelion dungarees for my niece, because dungarees are so cute. But my sister-in-law said actually the dandelion dungarees don't have poppers in the leg seam, which makes changing nappies really difficult. So if you've got any recommendations for really cute romper style outfits for babies, please pop them down in the comments. The next two fabrics I got were for my son and for my nephew, who is the same age as my niece, because they were both born, well, one December, one January. And this is a dinosaur jersey. And again, I just love the colours on this. It's got that mustard accent, the dark green. The dinosaurs, I prefer fabric that has dinosaurs that actually look like real dinosaurs rather than cartoons. And it says T-Rex on it. And yeah, just such a gorgeous colour. And that again was about £11 a metre, so reasonably expensive, but really nice quality, and goes perfectly with this navy jersey that I also picked up at the same time. So that again is going to be raglan t-shirts or some sort of romper, because my nephew looks gorgeous in dungarees. All those little leggings that I was making that were the free pattern, the petite pegs, they look absolutely amazing on the babies. And then finally, because my daughter happened to be with me when I was fabric shopping, and she says, "Not fair, you're buying everybody else fabric and not me," she picked out this sort of mustard coloured jersey that has little sparkly bits on. So I don't know if you can see that very closely. It's got sparkly glitter in all the little dots. So I bought her, I think I got a metre of this one, because she's obviously 12, so yeah, I think I got a metre of that one to make her a t-shirt or something else. So yeah, that's all the fabric I've bought recently. Let's go back to some more makes then. This is the point where I'm going to start talking about my Cricut machine a little bit more. I hope that's okay. But I have been, oh, dishwasher's gurgling. I have been really into my Cricut machine this month, mainly because it was the teachers' sort of thank you gifts, really. It was the end. My kids have been going to school throughout the whole of the pandemic because we're both key workers. And I really felt this year that I want to do something special for them, because their job has been extremely difficult. They've had to change the way they work entirely, and I was just so grateful. So I wanted to make them all something nice. So I got onto my laptop and started looking for ideas, and I came across a tutorial by a lady called Laurie Noonmaker, I think that's how you pronounce it. and she had made little alcohol gel holders, and it was a free SVG, so that's the sort of file you need for the Cricut machine. And I just thought they were so cute that I would have a go at making some, and I made tons of these, guys. They are so addictive. But this is what it looks like. How cute is that? This is actually mine off my handbag. So they're made out of faux leather. I ordered the faux leather from Amazon. It came in a packet of maybe 15 sheets, reasonably inexpensive. And you cut the whole thing out on the Cricut machine using the rotary blade. And I popped these little lobster clasps on. This is a snap, obviously prim again. And then you slot whichever, these are 50 ml. This one's actually 60 mils, but the 50 ml bottles fit better within the case. And then you literally just put it on the outside of your handbag or on your belt, and you can flip. Ooh, it's falling out as I open it, so I'm just going to sanitize my hands whilst we're here. Yes, you just open that up, and then you can, like, you don't have to dig around in your bag looking for your sanitizer. And at the moment, obviously, that's really important because I don't want to be digging about in my bag looking for it. So yeah, I made tons and tons of these. I lost count of how many, and I went on and ordered some more faux leather because I just really enjoyed making them so much, and they were so easy and fast to do. And I'm going to pop in a picture of all the things I made the teachers. I did them a little hamper of bits and pieces, so I'll pop in a picture of that here. Okay, moving on. So, more faux leather. I've got a bit of a faux leather thing going on this month. I made some faux leather shoes for B, my niece, but unfortunately they didn't fit. Gutted. But it was a good trial run. So these are the little shoes I made. I cut these out again using my Cricut machine and a free pattern that I found. And I can't remember the lady's name who made them. I think it might be something like DIY Mummy. They were a free pattern, and I cut them out and sewed them up, and they are just so cute. I love the way that they were constructed as well, because you don't have anything raw in the heel part, which is nice. And I put contrasting soles on them, and then these little rosettes, which are just made out of leftover fabric with a button, and you just stitch those on. But because I hadn't seen my little bee in a while, her feet just won't go in through there. She's grown too much, so I was like, no. The kids quickly decided that they would be good teddy bear shoes, so I have to go back to the drawing board and make some more. But I have ordered some more faux leather, which I'll show you. Excuse me leaning. So this faux leather came from a Chinese seller. It took a couple of, I think it took over a week to get here, but it's the most gorgeous colours. So I've gone for sort of pastel, sparkly, pearlescent faux leather this time. And I paid $8.99 for all of these lovely A4 sheets. So there's gold, there's like a pearlescent green, there's blues, there's pinks, there's purples. And I've already cut out a bow, which my daughter, we were practicing last night having a muck about with the machine for hair clip. So that will, you know, something from there will become more shoes. And yeah, you can make so much with faux leather on the Cricut machine. Earrings, yeah, the works. In fact, speaking of earrings, we did make some earrings, so I will pop in a picture of those. And the last few things, again, all Cricut related makes. So I've had a go with print and cut, and if you guys don't know what a Cricut machine is all about, there are so many YouTubers out there that are doing really good tutorials. But basically I've got the Maker, which is the newest machine, which is compatible with all the tools. And the best thing about it is if you are a sewist who wants to buy a cutting machine. This one cuts fabric fantastically, but it also cuts other materials too. So I had a little packet of balsa wood given to me at Christmas time by my husband, and the knife blade, and I haven't really had a play with it, and I just thought, oh, I'm gonna have a go at that. So what I did was I cut out some balsa wood and I printed out some images of animals onto paper, and then got the Cricut machine to cut round them, and then I stuck them to the balsa wood with Mod Podge, and I've made myself some jewellery, some bespoke jewellery. So this one is a parrot. You can see there's no chain on it yet. I need to get some more jewellery supplies, but I have sort of punched holes in there and popped in my little clasps ready, or my hoops ready to put the necklace on. So I did a little parrot. And obviously you just stick it onto the wood, so you can see on the back that's what the wood looks like when it's cut out. So intricate. The machine is amazing that it can cut that sort of an intricate shape out. Yeah, and then you just Mod Podge over the top to really seal it and make sure that it's nice and sturdy. And yeah, I'm going to put a chain around it so that it can become a statement necklace, because I think that's really cute. The other thing I made was a hummingbird, so exactly the same process. I found these images all on the internet. There are free SVGs all over the internet, so you don't need to have permission in order to use them for your own sort of personal makes. And then the last thing I made was a tiger. So I've actually put the chain on this one. So this necklace is a tiger with a rose. Again, SVG off the internet, printed it out, cut the wood. This time I've cut card as well to hide the balsa on the back. And yeah, I just think that that is the sort of necklace that you cannot buy anywhere. I'm going to be the only person that has that particular necklace, so that makes me happy. Oh, how are we doing for time? Gosh, we're heading on half an hour, guys. Nearly done. 2 more Cricut makes and I am done. So I bought a makeup bag and personalised it with some permanent vinyl. So these little makeup bags were like £2, I think, from Flying Tiger. And I've got the door open, so sorry about the noise of the wind blowing. It's actually quite nice though. This is, yeah, permanent vinyl just cut out and adhered to the front of this. And I needed a new makeup bag, and I just thought that was really, really sweet. And then the last thing I've made is a mask, because everybody's making masks, let's face it. And because I have to wear boring masks at work, I wanted to have a go at making something that was a little bit different. And this was originally made for my 12-year-old who said, I'm not wearing that. I am not wearing that out the house, Mum. It's childish. No. So I was like, I'm going to wear it then. You watch me. I'm going down the shops in this mask. Are you ready? I'm going to try not to get makeup all over it. What do you think? If we have to live through a global pandemic, I'm going to laugh my way through it. I'm telling you that now. So next time you're in Tesco's or any other large supermarket and you see a woman who looks like a dog, it'll be me. Just do something to cheer yourself up, haven't you? So this is just a mask from Design Space. The template's on there, really easy to put together. I like the shaped ones better. They give you better coverage. As a nurse, I understand how masks are meant to be worn, and I have to tell you, as I go out and about, it just makes me want to bang my head against a brick wall. People are wearing them like under here and round here. You know, if you're going to wear a mask, put it on properly, wear it properly, wash your hands after you remove it. Don't touch your face whilst you're wearing it, and wear something that actually does help to stop you from sneezing all over everybody, because they're not there to stop you from catching the virus. They offer minimal protection, although the risk is lowered, obviously. The main reason for wearing them is to protect other people. So make sure, if you are making masks, make sure you make them out of some really sturdy, tightly woven fabric, and you need ideally 3 layers, one of which is a sort of iron-on interfacing, which is what I've done with this one. So this is just 2 layers of really tightly woven cotton that I found in my stash, and it even has a filter pocket should I put a filter in there, and I've adhered some iron-on interfacing on the inside so that the mask actually is effective as well as looking good. So yeah. Anyway, on that note, you all think I'm bonkers. I'm going to leave you to the rest of your day. Thank you very much for watching. If you do like my videos, please like and subscribe. I promise that I will try not to be so long with the next one. I have plans in my head, but they just don't come to, they just don't come to fruition because I have too much going on. But yeah, hopefully as life starts to settle into some sort of normal again, I'll be back with more. Like Arnie says, I'll be back. Anyway, take care everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye!